Goddamn phone. I just started stream. Jesus. Just a little quieter. Okay. Welcome. Welcome to hell. Could have had a chance. Oh. I'm sorry, Mingo. Oh, Jesus, Mingo. I gotta resituate my everything. Okay. What? Mingo. Hi. Hang in the butt. Okay. So, had this game in my Steam library for a while. Been meaning to play it. Thank you. An attempt was made. We'll say that. A very massive attempt was made. Okay, so. Welcome to the first tree. Now, yeah, obviously some things are being covered, I see. Which is, it's fine. This game is a little loud, though. It was very loud before, now it's a little loud. Very good attempt at with a positive outcome. Thank you! Okay, let me turn the music off. Turn that down a little bit more. Okay. Okay. First tree. New game. Let's see, let's see. Oh my god! Whoa. Look at the snow. Look at the sky. Where's the fox? This. Whoa. There's a fox. Oh my god.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm
Interact.
awake.
Zoom.
Sorry, I just
Jump.
can't sleep.
Toggle run.
Are you thinking about him?
Yeah, a bit. You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
Jesus, Mingo.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox
Double jump.
on a snowy mountain, just looking
Hold on a second. Is there a way
confused and
to make the subtitles smaller? No. Because you won't be able to read it all. Alright. Animals, you guys are gonna have to move. You guys can move on top of my head. Yeah, you guys get to be up there for right now.
worried. Those eyes.
I can read most of it.
I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Mingo!
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going on?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right.
Oh.
So, not far from her home, She followed that path to something unexpected.
Is it alive? Please tell me that's alive. It's not alive. Oh.
She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path.
Mango.
She followed it towards something
Hold on, the pets need to go. I can't. I got it.
ancient. Something with answers.
You can't just start the game off like that. You can't just start the game off like that. Okay, first tree. That's cool. Yeah. Where are the other 2 pups?
The fox looked
Or
high and low,
kits?
searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own.
Maybe I should have
Land
had
was
it say
trying
look
to
at
tell
her
my
instead of him.
story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time.
Oh. This, I swear to God, this is gonna be one of the games that makes me cry. I bet you. Please. I wanna cry. For real? I love the way the game is designed, though. It's so pretty. There's some stuff over there. What's this? I'm calling it right now, the fox here. Stop. 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 I will start crying right now. Don't even say that.
Do you remember what my dad did for a living?
A train?
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working
Locking it in. Mingo.
Even after his hands were more splinters than skin, he would bring home the nicest piece of Alaskan weeping cedar and make me toys. That wooden train was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be a lumberjack.
Look
like
at
my father.
this. Oh, there's stuff over there too I didn't even see. I have to go over there in a little bit. Mingo! What's over here? The music is so peaceful too. Something over here that I'm supposed to see? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm very hard at work. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see that. I I see that. It's not cold anymore. Look at that face. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Please don't be another fox. Okay.
My teenage years were full of sketching, angst, and trouble. I wasn't popular or unpopular. Maybe just forgettable. I guess that gave me a sense of freedom. So I hung out with crazy
go.
kids, doing crazy things, even though I mostly just watched the chaos ensue. We did it all. Put fireworks in mailboxes, hide roadkill in people's garages, break windows of the barber shop in Anchorage.
Skull, not today.
My dad was furious, but he was so
Save it
busy
for next
working,
stream.
he couldn't do much to stop me from going out.
You're good though.
I think being
Save it for next stream. I'll play it tomorrow.
There's
Or,
no one to stop
Monday.
you making hard decisions. He had to make a living.
Is that a
and
cop car?
he couldn't be in 2 places at once.
Yeah, I realized that.
There's stuff
now.
over there too.
But at the time,
Why is there a
I'm sure
police
he
car
was
right
more
there?
interested in growing his business than what was going on with me.
It's like, 'Cause I don't know why there's a cop car right there. No, I'm not. What? What is... Oh. Was it supposed to be this? Zoom out? And then double jump? Or what am I doing here? Ah, there we go. I got it. .18 things. Butterflies? New butterflies. 165. Jesus. Maybe I shouldn't jump off the mountain. Okay, I was gonna say. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Love the game so far, yeah. Very pretty. Not understanding what the point... Uh-oh. What does the purple do? Am I supposed to, like... get that purple and get the other purple? Can I combine purples? I have to go back the other way. I can grab this one and that one, but I'd have to grab... Actually, what happens if I grab this one? And then I grab this one. Oh my god, I got two! Do I need all three in order to get up?
About that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush, unable to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving, where all I would have to look forward to are lumber yards and evening beers. I had to climb over. That was my only goal for a long time.
I'm catching a theme here.
If there was some way I could take my love of drawing and turn it into a way of escape, nothing would make me happier. I wanted to create instead of tearing trees down. I wanted to move to the lower 48, not because I hated it there in Alaska, but I hated the idea of it. It's like all of that spite inside me had created this monster which followed me around my whole teenage years. I put so much energy into doing what others didn't expect of me. Why did I do that?
There's one fact you're forgetting, though. If you didn't have that fire in you, we probably would have never met.
You're absolutely right. Maybe the destination is all that matters in the end. But then why am I awake? Why am I seeing this?
Oh no, I would have missed that! Fox going on her journey in the environment thinking about dad or something, I think I was to say. Ooh. New area, very, very pretty. I want to know what that is. Okay. Where did the spire go? Oh, it's right there. There's no music. Okay. Yeah. There's the music. Ooh. Please! Why is it ducking like that? What? Yes. Do I have to look at it? Do I need something? Oh, I see. Okay. And there's gotta be another couple somewhere else. Okay. Sacrifice. No. No sacrifice. No. Bad. Either there's another rock somewhere, or I don't know. There's a random house right there.
On our property, there were old abandoned pieces of a shed and car long left unused. I used to ask him all the time who those people were that left all this junk. I'm sure he got so tired of hearing it that he made up some elaborate stories how a brown bear ate them and haunted the woods afterwards. What's funny is I think it made those people seem more real. growing up thinking they were still hanging out like they couldn't say goodbye. I used to tell my friends how I could swear I saw spirits move near the water, and that always freaked them out. I guess it didn't bother me, because the way I saw it, they were normal people with old cars and sheds, just trying to figure out how to survive and be happy in the middle of nowhere. It was a cool thought that they didn't want to leave, but you know, I was a weird kid.
Well, you had good company since those ghosts like living in a place where they were brutally devoured.
Lovely. And another rock? What's over here? Oh, there's another one. I knew there was another one somewhere.
Even at my most distant, at the times when I detested him the most, he kept reaching out. For a year straight, he asked me every week when we were going camping. I thought he was just dense. Eventually, to shut him up, I agreed. We carried out the worn lawn chairs from the garage and set up a cinder block campfire at the site we'd always used behind the house.
Oh. That's like, isn't
Walked
it like a
down
death
the
wish?
mountain path, talking in the warm sunshine we only got a couple months of the year. Those 3 obsidian rocks shimmered alongside the shore, almost like sparklers pressed against a dark window. I'll never forget that wet stone on my feet, or how those massive mountains looked even bigger in the lake's reflection. I felt small, but grateful. As the sun set, my dad found something I hadn't seen for a long time. The tree where I'd made my first carving when I was 6. I hadn't even carved it. My dad had helped me, but I still called it my tree. Something about seeing my name there made me open up, and we talked about everything that night in that old camouflage tent. I told him how much I loved sketching and design, and how it would be a dream to study architecture in Seattle. I told him how I didn't get along with my friends much anymore, but that I didn't mind being alone. He told me he was there for me, and he joked that if all he had to do was write my name on a tree to finally get me to talk, he would have left me carved logs with novels on them in front of my room every morning. I don't know why it took me that long to realize it, but it was then I knew how much he had sacrificed for me. My dad built a lot of stuff in his free time. If he wasn't watching fly fishing or reading Tom Clancy novels, he was carving something. He made tons of birdhouses. Not that he was into bird watching, but I think he really missed working and adding on to the home. If he couldn't afford the time to build onto our own house, he would have to settle with watching birds move into their little homes. We kept an old mattress in the bed of that ugly yellow truck, so we would drive it deep into the woods and then watch the birds fly into their houses while the sun set. Usually it was accompanied by venison jerky or a cold Coke, but not a lot of talking, which is how we both liked it.
Oh. I twisted. Ooh. Nope. Any wheel spinning, any redeems or anything will be saved until the end of stream, because I want to finish this and not have any interruptions. I'm not gonna worry about that one. Let's see what's over here. Twisted, don't even. I want to listen. I want the story. Oh my god. I said any wheel spins will be saved until the end of this stream. Got robbed. I want to enjoy this story. I don't want to have to spin the wheel and not be able to do something. Listen, everything will be saved up until the next thing. Doesn't state that anywhere in the redeem. Hey, Twisted. I'm gonna enjoy this game. It's a story game. Oh, so what I'm hearing is I need to give you your channel points back and disable it for one stream. Got it. How do I get up there? Can I get up there? How do I get up there? Where do I go? What do I do? What do I see here? Is it going the right way? Actually, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead, Justin. Put it in our DMs and then I'll remember. Yeah. What? Oh god. It went that way? Is there another way around? No sneaky little gap, nothing? How do I get up there? Ugh. Autobot. How far do I have to zoom in order to get this? No, I'm not getting that. Gotta be a way to get up there, right? There's that over there. I just don't want to accidentally leave an area again while he's mid-sentence. Please. No, I just want to climb up this. It's not that steep. It's only it's only like a 90-degree angle. Actually, it's not really, but we're gonna pretend it is. I mean, isn't. See, look, I got up the 90-degree angle.
We were happiest underneath the evergreens. We decided it was time to finally map out the hundreds of acres we lived on just to pass the time during the summer. He was only free in the evenings, so I would spend the day wasting time on dial-up internet and sketching, and then we would rush into the woods, pen and map in hand, before evening fell. Sometimes the aurora borealis would cast a cold green glow on the mountainside, and we would finish our route underneath a twilight sky. Sometimes I was lonely during those summer days, but there was comfort in the routine.
A lot of teenagers aren't looking for the daily grind, though. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get out, to leave your childhood home. You wanted to progress, to make something of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. That house. I'm sure it's the same as how I left it. Then why does it feel so different?
I doubt you're the only adult to have looked back and asked that question.
Down. How do I get over there? There's gotta be like a way around the back that I can go. Somewhere. Unless I can find one of those butterfly things. There's also that over here. I haven't taken this path. Yeah? I've been over here, right? Yeah, no. Yeah? No, I have. It's where this, thing was. But how do I get to that one? This is a way around the back side of this? That I'm not aware of? Am I gonna get stopped? Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped. Can't go past until I get to the other one. How do I get the other one? I need the butterflies, right? Trees in the way. Another one of those shiny things. Oh. Broken crib. That's lovely. That's the one I was at earlier. Right? That's the one I was... Yeah. So that's on top of that. So the last rock's gotta be over where I couldn't get. So they're not making much money. Oh, I'm sorry, Mingo. I'm sorry. You're doing great, though. Okay. I want to get the... I see something. I see more of those thingies. But I need some butterflies. Hmm. The boat over there. Oh, that's great. I'm sorry. Scarlet, don't attack my feet. I didn't even know you were there. Oh, that's not her. That's at your... Oh my god. Mingo. There we go. I don't want you up there. You're gonna shut my computer off on me again. Okay, let's say the game was pointing me in this direction. Looking at it through a different perspective. Can I do anything with this? I can just climb that. What can I and can I not do? No. Okay. Oh! Uh, mm, I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that. But we're gonna pretend that I did. Or I was. Because I said so. I don't think I was supposed to do that, was I? Come on. Really? I did it at the same time. What that sounds like to me is that forest moving out of the way so I can get past. Question is, how do I get out of here? Oh, there was a gap there that I didn't see because I'm too oblivious, but I found another way around it. That's crazy. Now I really know that I wasn't supposed to go that way. Listen, I had to find another way around. I couldn't find the entrance in, so I made my own way. And it kind of worked. Oh god. The game is so beautiful, the music's so calming. So nice. Oh, too close. Look at her face, look at her face. Oh. Yeah, well, it's fine. Let me just... I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix the title. The stream title. It needs to get fixed. Gotta find a way out. I mean, find a way out. Tree's over there, I think. Is it open? It is. There's also two thingies over there.
Oh, mine's arts!
Hi.
How does my microphone sound?
Fine way.
Does it
Please.
sound quiet?
No way. Okay. I gave him the honest answer. It wasn't quiet. Up. Up. No, it was Kip. Kip's gone now. What is that?
The perpetrator stood nearby, unfazed, like nothing was wrong. My dad is dead, and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Wait, no, come back. Ugh. Ugh. Whoa. Oh, oh, I want to get that one. Eh. There we go. Get it. Get those. Get him. Whoa. Oh my god. Am I assuming the wolf is supposed to be his dad? Fox representing all the troubles and stuff that he's gone through in his life, and the wolf being his dad. Yeah, I can see that. Where'd the wolf go? The sky's all green. Mingo! What? Something right there. Mingo, I'm trying to listen to a story. What are you doing? This is why YouTube chat's not on my stream. Mine it. Mine it. Jesus Christ.
I just can't talk about this anymore. Good night.
Poor guy. Giant ass plant. Looks like there's a clearing up here, but I kind of want to see what's over here first. Unless there isn't really anything. Right? Nothing? Miri? Yeah. No, you cannot. Don't think I won't ban you from my own chat. No. Oh, God. It's one of these games. One of these games. I love story games so much. Oh.
Joseph, you can't go to sleep feeling like this. I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you. You don't need to feel so lost. Joseph, have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Oh my god, it's a deer. Wait, no, come back.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home,
Come back.
and you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus
Go.
came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds, and it made me want to be free like her. My mom taught me how to fold origami cranes while she was in the hospital. So I told myself I would fold one every day until I could fly myself.
They're supposed to follow the deer?
I think we both have always loved animals, and for me that love started with a dog. Sometimes this Rottweiler would come up to our property line and wait at the fence for me, but only once in a while. I was sure to check every day immediately after school, and it usually ended in disappointment. I would even steal money from my passed out dad just so I could buy these off-brand dog biscuits. Even when she did stop by, she never went beyond the fence. Why was she so scared?
Mingo.
I think my dad was the opposite of your dad in almost every way.
Whoa.
Except he was in the military as well. He coped with alcohol of every kind. The trailer started falling apart, he got angry, and I withdrew. More and more I became the weird, quiet kid who made lots of origami birds and carried dog biscuits around. I think we were pretty similar when it came to being the weird kids. And that same sincerity in college was one of the reasons I was so drawn to you. Life got worse and worse, and at one point, I really didn't think I could survive another day with my soul still intact. I had no real friends, let alone neighbors, since we lived in the middle of nowhere. I should have talked to my teacher, but I was scared what he would do if he found out. As I waited for the school bus one morning, I walked around until I found something in an abandoned shed. Something I can't put into words.
Oh god. Bicycle.
I summoned courage I didn't know I had, and I broke into my dad's room and found the key to the shed where he had locked my bike. I'll never forget that feeling of the wind rushing by my ears as the sun rose over fields of wheat. I was flying for the first time. I biked as far as my legs could take me until I found a house that felt friendly and that felt like home. Those strangers helped me in so many ways. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have found my foster family. And if it wasn't for my parents, I wouldn't have met you.
Oh.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. Just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the home I always wanted is cursed out of my reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together. Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning where any hopeful road leads to. There may be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Holy crap. Oh. Yeah, but where are the babies? Where are the fox's babies? Already lost one. Where are the other two? Need the other two. Oh god. Up. 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 Uh-huh. Whoa.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was. Life was protected there, because that's where life began. It was now only a mother and a daughter left.
What?
Items from my life still dotted the ground as she moved closer to her destination and destiny.
So the other baby foxes are not okay. Great. Where's the last one? At the base of the first tree, it said.
At the end of high school, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Drive. I looked into the best architecture schools on the West Coast and got a dose of reality when looking at other students' portfolios and the high cost of tuition. I still wanted to be something, to be the next Alvaro Siza, and to make those thousands of sketches worth something in my
That house.
grand
That
history.
whole freaking house over there.
But now even an internship sounds impossible. Siza helped me understand how essential emotion is in architecture, and he also said light is the real composer of space. I like to think these glints of light, like not finding a job or even a strange dream about a fox, are something I should be thankful for, even if the illuminated space is something I'm less than comfortable with. My dad was super supportive with my college plans, to a point. Things were okay until this terrible accident happened. I guess a forklift flipped over due to a bad axle, and it crushed one of the workers there.
Hi, Poison.
My dad didn't eat for days, even though he wasn't
Hello,
directly
hello.
involved. It devastated him. Not only did it hurt the business, but it just freaked him out. He would talk in his sleep, muttering things about firing people and saying sorry. One fateful day he approached me, said that since my school search wasn't going well, I should finally be a man and take over the family business. He said one day he was going to die, and that all of his work, sacrifice, and even that man's life would be wasted in vain. I just lost it. Teenage me just exploded at the thought. I screwed up. I said things I shouldn't have.
Going up here.
He was having a crisis, and I
Of
pretty
course
much
he can't go
spit
any
in his
higher.
face.
Just wanted to see what was up here. Oh. Oh. Thank you for the raid. Hi. How was your stream? How you going? How you doing? How's it going? Hello. Hello, hello. The random things in the middle of everywhere. So you playing my favorite game had a raid. I've been wanting to play this game for a while. I want to go inside. It's so pretty. What's a pretty game? What is that? My thoughts? It's sad. It's beautiful. I love it. I love this so far. I've been kind of wandering, just trying to gather the things, listening to the story. Enjoying the time. What's that? What is that? Oh, that's what that is. It's a hospital bed. That's nice. I don't like the music
Hey,
style.
Seth.
Hmm? What?
You know how the summer trip isn't happening?
Yeah. Why?
What about that New York one?
I thought you weren't able to make it to it.
I might be able to.
I mean, it'd be
I'll be.
easier if you
I'd be able to
could.
fly out there.
That can
Yeah,
happen.
I'd be able to do that
We'll
for
make chat
sure.
be watching this, and I rated
It's just
ASAP. Huh?
my family would probably fly with me,
Okay.
but you know, they'd stay in a different place. They'd probably see the sights while I do stuff with y'all, I guess.
Yeah, we could talk to Maine about it, and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
It won't be the exact trip that we planned,
Was that the
but
last time you talked to him?
No, I call
It'll
on
be a
holidays,
thing where
and he
we
would
meet
call
up
on my birthday.
and do things for
Yeah.
I
sure.
guess we
For real.
acted like
For
Yeah.
nothing
facts.
ever happened.
hold on, let me. Whoop.
Okay, that's my gun!
Thanks, Skip.
Didn't want to ask about his lumberyard, and I'm sure he didn't want to ask about my job search. I never went back and visited. I think the last conversation we had was about what movies
Whoa.
we had seen and what exactly a best boy is in the credits. I thought he would be here so much longer.
Is this the tree? No. No. Oh.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow, what could it do for us?
Oh,
Hello?
was that?
Huh? Hi.
Hello? Hello? Seth?
Hi.
Seth?
Hi.
Hi. Have you ever been to a Sonic?
No.
Never go.
Okay.
It's so bad.
That was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Okay.
Why'd you join the call?
I don't know.
The
Interesting.
letter I received yesterday.
Do you want to hear about the experience in the Sonic?
Quote, I can't stop thinking about.
Hold on a minute. Let me finish.
Death
This.
is not the opposite of life.
Are you live right now?
Yes.
More and more.
Oh, that's
Oh,
funny.
I don't
I'm
think
in
I can...
The live channel, May.
Each of us
I know, but
have our
I
own
don't
journey to the first
think
tree.
it's appropriate to talk about this over live stream.
Here, I'm at the end. Are you serious?
You already have my love.
Is what you're saying being picked up on that live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
There's one more part. Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh,
Okay. It's like a truck. It's Christ. Oh, the sad walk. Bro. Oh, no. I see that. Just trying to think, you know. Brain do think. Brain do be thinking. Oh, you what? Hi, Sleepy. Let's see, I got 104 characters. Yeah. Oh god, what else? Keep moving forwards. Oh god. What the f-
I guess her journey was over. But I have no idea. It was only a dream. A distraction from tomorrow.
I don't think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was just a dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose. But tomorrow we're getting on a plane to the last place on Earth I want to be. The only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
You're going to see him and be with him one last time before you say goodbye. I have one last quote for you by Emerson, sealed in an imaginary letter from me to you. It is the secret of the world that all things subsist and do not die, but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love. We have a big day tomorrow, but I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
Oh, wow. Chicho. Oh, yeah. I figured that's what happened. Mhm. Now for the ending, which he never showed when he first premiered the game. Okay. I'm about to start crying even more. Yeah, you win. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's probably more inside the house, right? Are there light switches that I can turn on so I can see? Can't see. No, but there's a very important room. Okay. Oh my god, there's a fox painting. Oh, there's a crib. Oh, okay. Is that the room? Is this the room? Am I missing something? It will be. Oh. Oh. That's lovely. Is that the only important thing in the house? I don't want to miss anything. Gives me like a dad. Wait. I'm looking for okay. You mean by like just that he's gonna have a kid, right? Not that he's gonna wander off into the woods. Okay. Okay, good. Damn. Is it like deep in the woods over here? Like behind the thing or sounds about to rise. Am I going on for another little walk? Another little walk. What is that? Oh, is that the tent?
What the hell?
Whoa. Come back. Come back. Come back. Stop running! Wait, is that the fox? Oh, hell no. Where art thou bringing me? Where are you bringing me? Stop running. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay. Okay. Yeah, don't disappear. Whoa, I hit the mouse. I moved the mouse over. No! Don't get stuck.
What is this?
Hmm. Bro. Oh my god. I can't be responsible with these kinds of games. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah. This game has definitely surpassed Stray for me. That's crazy. This is like the game is so high quality. The story was amazing. Oh, my- yeah, definitely. I would play this again. Oh wow. Okay. Narrative mode gives you more insight. I see. Oh. Yeah. Short game, but very meaningful, very heartwarming, yeah, lots of things. Oh, wow. Also, hi, welcome. That's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Narrative mode light. Do I hit new game and then is that how that works for narrative mode? Or do I need to commentary mode? This? Okay. Mango. I get chat bubbles?
Hi, my name is David Whaley, and I'm the creator of The First Tree. I also voice a character named Joseph.
Love you too, Mango.
So I just wanted to introduce you to this commentary mode, tell you that you can find interesting things about how I made this game by touching the speech bubbles you see in the world. So I hope you enjoy it.
Are you awake? I thought I heard you get up.
Yeah, I'm awake. Sorry, I just can't sleep.
Are you thinking about him?
The
Yeah, a
chat
bit.
bubbles.
You should get back to sleep, my love. I'm fine.
No, it's okay. What else is on your mind?
I missed what's over here.
I don't know. It seems weird, but I had one of the most vivid dreams of my life. I saw a fox on a snowy mountain,
Holy shit.
just looking confused and worried. Those eyes. I can't get those eyes out of my head. She was running in the windy snow, looking for something.
Do you think it has to do with you and what's been going
Wait, what do I
on?
do?
I don't know. It was just a dream, Rachel. They're not meant to make sense. A lot's happened the past couple days, that's all.
Well, if
Oh, okay.
you're not going to sleep anyway, you should tell me. I want to hear.
All right. I'll try not to spoil too much since a lot of this game ties into the very last act, which is the epilogue, I call it.
Really?
But you'll notice there's lots of items around, and that's kind of what the first tree is about, is like exploring this land and trying to figure out why they're there, what they were used for, and it's kind of explained that this is a dream for Joseph. but it's something different, and it's not supposed to be like your average dream. It's supposed to be something a little deeper. So pay attention to all the items that are around and try to figure out how they tie into the story.
Okay. That makes sense. In which there was a lot everywhere. Oh, Jesus. Insane. Oh boy. Well, it really shows. It's very well put together.
So it's usually at this point where people say something like, "This is not the kind of game I was expecting." And that happened a lot at PAX West when I showed it. We'd have little kids play it, but then they see a dead fox cub, or a kit is technically the word, but cub sounds, I don't know, it sounds better. Like Wes Anderson uses it in Fantastic Mr. Fox, so I thought cub would be alright. But anyway, having this game, I wanted it to be more serious. This game is based on dealing with the death of my father, which was the hardest thing that's ever happened to me and my family. But I don't want to talk about it here, and I didn't want to talk about it with anybody really to this day still. It's very personal. And that's why I made this game. That's exactly the reason. Because I wanted to get those feelings out and like communicate with people without like talking about it. And so that's what the first tree
Indirect
is.
talk
Me
about a
dealing with
topic.
my feelings. And it was a personal project, and it was just me, and it actually, like, I'm really glad I made it, but it wasn't easy to make, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, that's understandable.
So, not far from her home, she followed that path to something unexpected. She couldn't stay, though. She had to find her other 2 children. So she took that path. She followed it towards something ancient. Something with answers.
The first tree. Again. Oh, a commentary.
The fox looked high and low, searching for any sign of her cubs. Points of light showed the way to this ancient tree. It was as if each one had a story to tell, all their own. The land was trying to tell my story, too. I felt like I was right behind her the whole time. The bunnies were added because my wife, Elise, who also voices Rachel in the game, who's also helped a ton to make the game, as we were playing, she just said the world felt kind of empty and not alive enough. So I knew we needed to add some kind of life.
Yeah,
and so
which makes
the
sense.
Bunnies was like the first idea that came to mind. And like most of the game, I used like publicly available assets to speed up production because I was working full time along with making this game, and we just had our first baby, a little girl named Evelyn. So I was messing with this asset called Herd Sim, and at one point, like the generation script that creates variations of the sizes of the bunny. One time I got out of control and it made like this monster bunny that towered over everybody. And I shared that GIF on Imager and Reddit, and that was a huge hit. It helped definitely gain an audience for this game. But it's hard because this game is like so serious. It's about life and death, not giant bunnies. But I knew I needed something, like a shout out to that, because it was pretty fun. So if you're able to catch all the bunnies on this map, I think there's around 13, then you'll get a special surprise. So good luck.
I gotta find all the bunnies. Catching him is hard. Yeah. Don't tell me what to do.
I feel like one of the best ways to make an exploration game feel worth it, or to reward the player, is to have as many secrets as possible. Like some of my favorite games, like Dear Esther and Gone Home and Firewatch. I love those story-driven games. And they're kind of like these mystery boxes where if you put in a lot of effort, if you look closely,
Huh?
the world reveals itself to you better.
Oh no, Mingo
So,
said, just
there are, like,
leave them
secrets
alone,
in the
not
first tree.
not me.
See if you can find one of these hidden items by digging around in these unmarked spots.
YouTube
around
chat
this
as well.
area.
Mingo's on YouTube, so he said leave those poor buddies alone. I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Hi, Swiss. Swiss, you must be freaking losing it. Yeah, sure you would.
As a kid, did you ever do show and tell in your class?
I don't think I got this one.
I think I only did it once, when I was in the 4th grade. You know how my life was around then. I wanted to show my class what helped pass the time and distract me, so I brought a dozen paper cranes I had made. I think I told everyone how badly I wanted to be a bird and fly, embarrassingly enough.
Don't be embarrassed. Every kid wants to fly. For me, it was another toy from my dad, a wooden boat. I remember guarding it so carefully in my hands as I walked into class. When I sat down, a group of boys immediately made fun of it. They asked which trash can I found it in, or why an ugly log was my favorite toy. When I got up, I didn't even want to tell them my dad had carved it. I said it was a joke gift my friends had given me.
Kids can be nasty.
Kids can be so cool.
Exactly.
Some of them are. I shouldn't have let them get to me, but it did. It's amazing we bounced back at all.
Completely fair. I can't get over how beautiful this game is. No, Swiss didn't claim first, Fallen did. But we're gonna say that Swiss won anyway.
Usually those
Yeah,
kids would
yes.
leave me alone, but
Very,
still
very
they
beautiful.
could tell I was different. They made fun of how far away I lived. They called my dad a sourdough. I was a blabbermouth as a kid, telling my dad stories I made up for hours. But after that show and tell, I didn't tell him much anymore. He didn't know exactly what was wrong, but his best guess was that the toys he carved weren't cool enough.
How do we get up there?
He carved me a tank and tried to tell me what it was like to be in a real tank as a serviceman.
I didn't know your dad was in the military.
Yeah, in the army. The sad thing is that
Please,
pretty
I wanna
much
go up the
forgot until
hill.
just now. There's so much I still don't know about him.
How do we get up there?
I'm
Can
sorry.
I get up?
He knows how much you love him.
Look at the
I'm
tank.
gonna see him again soon and have some closure. I'm sure.
Just see him again soon. Yeah, every time I pick up still, yeah. That's so cute. Whee!
A lot of people have gotten confused why Joseph's father is called a sourdough. And it's not stated outright at the beginning of the game, but Joseph and his dad, they grew up in Alaska. And I don't have a real connection to Alaska except through friends who lived there, and it was also the place that me and my dad were gonna go right before he passed away. But I love the idea of Alaska being like this beautiful solitary place. But anyway, what that has to do with sourdough is it's an Alaskan slang term about like someone who lives in the backwoods, like a redneck in Alaska. So I thought that was just to put some authenticity into the game. I added that word.
Did I get that one? I think I got it already. Sort of zigzagging all over the map. Come on. Come on. Yeah, no, I knew from like the second I walked out of that little cave thing, I knew it was going to be one of those games. Did I miss something over there? Or have I not been this far? My memory sucks, so if I end up going back to the same thing, yell at me. First area I didn't explore that much as I wanted to. Little airplane. Yeah, definitely one of those kinds of games. I went up the wrong way, didn't I? Did I slide? I wish I could play it all over again without knowing what's gonna happen. I did no research. I just got the game because I thought it was like cute looking. It reminded me of Stray. Like, hey,
Remember what
could
my
be a good
dad did for a living?
story.
Wasn't he like a lumberjack?
That's one way of putting it. If wood was a canvas, then a carving knife was his paintbrush. Even after working a 50-hour week,
I would go through all the
his hand
dialogue
wore
again,
splinters
but I
than
feel like
steel.
I'm gonna end up
He
crying
would bring
again.
home the nicest
So,
piece
have I
of
found this game on my
Alaskan
own?
cedar and make
This
me
is a
toys.
recommended game from Xbox, and I
That
love every
wooden
second of it.
train
Yes.
was the first toy I can remember, and I loved it. I just knew from a young age I was going to be
Bunny.
a lumberjack, like my father.
Hey. Bunny, 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 bunny. I think I'm getting that bunny.
What are you doing?
Hmm?
What are you doing to that rabbit? You're not gonna hurt it, right?
One of the main reasons people play small indie games
Hello?
is because they are so personal and intimate. So I tried to put myself
Are
into
you
this game as
talking
much
to
as
me?
Is it trying to listen to the...
Stories you hear
Okay.
in this game, they come from my childhood, where I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Central Virginia in the United States. So yeah, that's probably why I love games like this so much, where you explore this open, wide environment and just find interesting things, because that's exactly what I did as a kid.
Cardboard rocket. I don't think I got this one last time. Let me go.
The older I got,
Hello?
the more I withdrew. I asked myself myself,
Hi.
why talk to anybody anyway?
Hi.
Why bother when I'm happy by myself? I started drawing a lot, mostly animals I saw in the woods by my home. I then imagined designing my own hideouts.
It
with
is
things like
very
TV
crazy
and
out here.
pantries full of chips and
Mhm.
cookies. I think that idea of leaving home and drawing
Oh my
paint
god,
started my
this
career.
there was a whole
My friends love
concert
seeing me do that.
and then I'm over here
I
grilling.
did the
I've
same
been
thing.
here for almost 12 fudging
There's
hours
something
grilling.
special about having a place to call your own.
And now look at us.
When I played this,
Well, if you count renting in
I've been here since like what, 10, 11
It's as close as we can get for
o'clock?
now.
It's almost 10 p.m. now.
for me, when I played this, it was at a time where I had become very numb to the feeling of death, so I didn't cry when I first played it. I didn't really appreciate for how deep it was.
I thought it was important to say that, yes, I actually did draw this with crayons.
Popping a cold one.
And it was just funny
Yeah.
to me one day that I was like, I'm working on my game.
Yeah.
And I pulled out my little 1-year-old's like crayon set to draw this item for this game.
Drinking some no
I
Coke
just realized
sugar.
just now that I probably
Wait,
threw
no
away
Coke.
the
The
original. I
Coke
probably
no
wish I
sugar.
kept
There we
it
go.
and
I
given
said
it away
name
to
wrong.
somebody, but oh well.
I said you?
Ew, no sugar. You need sugar in your Coke.
I mean,
Coca-Cola.
to me personally, it doesn't taste too bad.
I need. Well, since I already went through the story, I'm just gonna go for the speech bubbles because I'm not risk doing that again. Because it will happen. Yeah, I knew what I was getting myself into. Because, like I said, like not even before the first act even like got 10 seconds through.
Yeah.
God, but I would so recommend playing this game to literally anybody.
Do you hear the music? Is the music loud as hell?
I don't hear any music. I hear you, but I don't hear anything else.
Okay, good. Because like I said, it's a concert playing, so there's music literally you just play.
Okay, I'll make it up there. Yeah, I'd have to say the ending is definitely. Whoa. What?
This is the level that I showed at PAX West, which was a crazy dream come true that
Box
this hobby
farts.
project was being shown next to all these amazing
Re-
indie games. So I decided to show this level because it's smaller, there's like some jumping puzzles, and I thought it was a good entry into the game. But the one thing I can't seem to forget is...
Yes, it's my
right
stream
before
now,
the
and since he's
upper
muted.
break,
Okay, welcome to the greatness,
there's
everyone.
an
Welcome to the
indie
greatness.
dev
The first
superstar
stream, it was such a
who
fabulous
definitely
game. I
knows
called
his
it. I
games,
called it at the
and
beginning.
I was like,
That's how I did.
try it out. So I said, of course, like, please give me your feedback. And he was super nice,
Hush.
super talented, of course. But this embarrassing bug happened, which I'd never seen before in my life, where when he dug the item up, he jumped right after, and it created the dust cloud to permanently be on the rest of the level. It wouldn't turn off. So it looked like this fart cloud following the fox as it just
Great.
kept running with this beautiful music and serious voiceover. And it was horrible. I think about that every time I look at this level. But, you know, I was able to fix it, so I'm glad someone could at least find that bug.
What does it say? Jumping.
I always wanted this game to be very meditative and relaxing, but I know there's a balance between keeping the player's interest. So I added this butterfly jumping mechanic just to like spice things up.
Yes, definitely.
A plugin called Playmaker for Unity, which in a visual editor lets you do interactive things, which is perfect for me because I do come from a film and design background. But on the flip side, I really wish I was good at
Such a
code,
beautiful
because
name.
this jumping
Game.
mechanic, the jumping mechanic in the whole game actually is frustrating.
You do
for
have a
the
beautiful
players.
name.
But hopefully
The
I've been able to
four-letter
fine-tune
name.
it, so it should feel a lot better now. I would just
Okay,
hope that
Anne?
this meditative game would get frustrating. So I've definitely I've lowered the gravity. and
Doesn't
made
take away the
things
fact
more
that it's beautiful.
consistent. So hopefully people can just focus on the
But
world
it's not.
and the story.
So does my opinion not matter?
I didn't say that.
Then if I say that your name is beautiful, it's beautiful.
I just
'Cause
disagree.
I think it's. But
What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Parallels.
My biggest hope for the
Just
players
you
that
wait
are
and
playing
tell.
is
Just
that
you
they
wait
realize
till I
how
get home.
similar these two parallel
no.
stories are, of this fox looking for her missing cubs, and also of this son reconnecting
You
with his
you keep
father.
threating me
And so I
because
try to
you're millions
add
of
little
miles away.
touches in the voiceover and in the environment to help draw those parallels, even if they seem totally dissimilar. A big example is the truck, for instance, that Joseph grew up with. It's purple and yellow like the butterflies for this fox. So I tried to add as many touches like that throughout the story as possible.
So smart.
Yeah, you are.
Hmm?
Yeah, you are.
My friends would laugh about that night and talk about how crazy it was. And I laughed along, pretending it didn't bother me. But it did. I imagined my friends growing old in the bush and able to find that thrill in those godforsaken ice fields. It's like those mountains were a literal wall, keeping me from leaving.
Just
while
wanted to
all
see
I would
if
have
there's
to
anything
look
behind
forward
that.
to are lumber yards and evening beers.
I wonder if I should get drunk.
I had to climb.
What?
That was my only goal.
Oh, give me a
for
quick second. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Let me just go get drunk real
I noticed
No,
quickly.
no, 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 no.
volunteer. And believe it or not, I tried everything I could to get swimming
Do not.
working in this game, and I just could not do it, unfortunately. And so all the water in this game you can just stand in, which is, it still bums me out, but the systems were not working. It was buggy. So I just had to
Listen,
throw it
dude,
out, which,
Unity is a
you know,
pain
I
in the
think it's
butt.
okay. I wish it was there, but again, the focus
I
of
don't
this
do game
is
design, but
on the story.
simple stuff. It's still a pain. I don't even want to know how it is trying to make a game.
Pretty easy, honestly.
Alright, then you do it.
Okay,
Exactly. I thought.
we'll
I
do
need
it.
more speech bubbles. Huh?
I'm gonna do it.
Make a game? Go ahead.
Either a game or an animated show, similar to what SMG4, I guess, or I guess Glitch does.
That'd be cool. I've always wanted to do something like that. I've always wanted to
I've always wanted.
do stuff like that.
I was gonna say that in the past I had a vision of a tournament setting where I get all of my friends' character and stuff, and each episode will go in depth of their character and stuff.
Mhm.
That way, when you're watching the show, no one's the main character. Everyone's the main character of their own world and destiny, etc. So honestly, it's up to the viewer to honestly root for whoever their favorite character is to win this tournament and stuff.
I did want to do something a little different
Right.
with
Whether
this
they're in
level. I
tournaments
wanted
to
it to be
win
more
prize
open
money
world
for,
feel.
I don't know, saving somebody, or they're doing it for selfish reasons, up to them.
Right.
And honestly, just go out with the tournament. They have the little powers or whatever, and it's just literally just a fight
And
scene.
that there was something blocking your progress. So it did
There'll be
encourage
crying,
people
there'll be
to look
action, there'll
closely
be
and see how to
sorrow,
unlock this
drama,
blocked
etc.,
way.
etc., all the good
And I do
stuff.
like just walking around this level and listening to the beautiful music by Josh Kramer.
Yes.
And whoever wins,
His work really sets the mood for the
Beautiful
whole
music.
game.
Oh, Poison, you completely missed it. I went to jump up to get on, over the mount, or that one area with, that little nook, in the hillside, to do the stone.
I don't think the first tree
Did it
could work
wrong.
at all without the music by Josh Kramer. And his music, it's actually
I'll explain more in a
publicly
minute.
available to license, and so it was affordable for me since this was a hobby project. And it's something I like to tell new indie developers all the time, you can't afford that composer, you can't afford a full-time programmer. You need to cut corners and finish your game, and the way to do that is to use these amazing publicly available assets that anyone can purchase and license. And so his music is incredible, and I actually haven't talked to him that much, I've just emailed him. But his music was nominated for Most Emotional Music at the Emotional Game Awards in France, and he's just a really nice guy. And I think there's so much amazing content out there that if you're thinking of making a game, like, look around and see what you can make work on a tight budget, because it worked really well for the first tree.
Well, the little gap in the rock is so hard to find. I thought I was just dumb. Like, I thought I was so stupid that I ended up accidentally glitching my way up the side of the hill. And then I got in. I didn't know how else to get in. So I took it into my own hands and I glitched up the side of a hill.
There's probably a whole door right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, there was. It led right. It was like a good maybe 10 feet to my right. No.
And then you jump through the window.
I rolled
That's
on
in
that
front of
20
your
at
face.
climbing.
Almost all stories follow the same kind of structure, and it starts with an inciting event, and then there's rising action, and then there's a climax, and then there's falling action. And it's actually really difficult to make an interesting story where you only hear these two people talking, and it's spoken through a dream that's already happened, and the most of the action is about this animal that isn't directly related to this couple at all. So I don't know what I was thinking, but my hope was that it would create some interesting things and connections that I didn't see before. And that was kind of the whole exercise of making the first tree.
Well, dude executed it very, very well. So I mean, I'll cry like almost anything, but still. It doesn't take much. Yeah.
I'd break my finger and it'd start crying.
Huh?
I'd break my finger and it'll start crying.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I'm over here standing there like, oh, my finger's broken. Okay.
You gotta get you to the hospital.
Save your tears. Why are you crying?
That's what happens.
I'm the one who's like in pain. Why are you crying?
They're the one that sliced their hand with a freaking air conditioner and didn't even flinch.
Oh, get some bleeding now. So hey, boss, can I go to the doctor to get this patched up, please?
I'll be fine. Just wrap it up.
Just put a
Get some
little
toilet
band-aid
paper.
on it.
Yeah, just get a little band-aid.
Mm.
Bless you.
Why, thank you. It slipped out again.
Did it now?
Yeah.
Where was the second fox? I never saw it. I don't know if it's because I just
ate it.
missed. That's why.
Are you jealous?
No.
You wanted to be you? My mouth is open.
All right, shut up.
Just jump in.
Shut up. Shush.
Mm.
Making mods.
Earlier I said I just love going through video games and exploring, like looking at every nook and cranny and just trying to find little details. And I think that started because in middle school and high school, I would make mods for my favorite games, namely Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, and Far Cry. And I loved like this huge world of mod makers who would make these levels and it'd be like the most random creative things. And I would just love exploring, usually multiplayer levels by myself. So even though I went to college for film, before that, like before high school, I was making video games and mods, and it was my favorite thing in the world. I made a ton of different levels. I made an abandoned space hotel with a dance floor and cafeteria. I made a haunted campground with cabins and tents. I made this whole city with like the first ever day-night cycle with running showers and stuff in the hotel and the apartment buildings. And I just loved making those mods, and I think that carries over to my game, the first tree, and also the one before
brought
that,
my
Home is
charger.
Where One Starts, which is very
I don't know how long
it's
I'm gonna be out
exploration.
here.
You're just looking around and appreciating the details.
Yeah, so... Oh, that was... Why didn't you bring your charger?
I didn't know that there are gonna be outlets out here,
Oh. Well...
so I was like, I'll just charge my stuff up to 100% and hope it lasts.
Well, it did. So basically, I came over here... Sorry. What?
Wait, no, go ahead. You're explaining something.
I came over here because I'm like, how else am I gonna get up here? It seems like this little thing right here. So I go like this. And then I fell down here. What did I do? I don't remember what I did specifically. I started glitching up the side of the mountain, and I don't remember how I did it.
Clip it.
I think that's... Hold on, I'll get there. I did something. Oh, it was right here. It was right here. No, I did this, and then I went in. Because I thought I didn't know how else to get in. I didn't see that little gap in the wall. So, when I walked in, or walked into the top part, and fell down. The game is so loud. I jumped in, and then saw light from the little coin-looking things, and then, oh, there's an exit. How did I do that? How?
Magic.
Magic. What is that? What is that? Or what is that? Nice, better than me trying to find it. I did 3 circles around the map before I found out how to get there. So I did that one. I went there, went back and forth a couple times. I left. I walked all the way across the map to the other 2, and I went looking for like another stone. I thought, hey, maybe that's just another one of these things. We have to dig them up. But apparently not. I was fine. I could say that I was okay until the 3rd fox cub. Did you notice the tree in this area has a carving on it? Is it? This blue one up here? Because like the first cub was down, and I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be that kind of game. And then I started tearing up, and then I got here. Oh, okay, that's just dirt. Where is it carved? Oh, I see. I got another achievement. Is that a stick? What is that? Not the fox cub. Where is it? There's that. That's where I'm stupid.
Unfazed, like
I
nothing is
walked right
wrong.
by it. I think I was too focused on
My
the wolf.
dad is dead,
Oh.
and he's never coming back, Rachel. I can tell you these stories, but I can never reminisce with him again. He can never hold a grandchild that we'll probably never be able to have. I can never talk to him again, and I'll never be able to say I'm sorry for everything.
Been.
It was really important to me that the wolf in this story that takes the fox's cubs, that it wasn't explained at all. Like, it's just this entity that's in the background. And of course, it's supposed to represent something bigger than a wolf or even the fox. It's supposed to represent like the specter of death, and it comes when you least expect it. There's no justification. He's just there, always watching.
Mm. Not worried about these again. Yeah. Favorite parts? Definitely the deer area. The deer area. I loved it so much. Oh. I mean, obviously the ending. That entire ending was insane. This game is gonna be the only thing I'm gonna be able to think of for a while. Yeah, I love that place a lot. I like following the deer. Yeah. Ugh. Freaking. Hold on a second. I got this. Okay.
You got this.
I got this. Oh god. I don't think I've had a game hit me that hard before. This guy's made one other game, I think. Has he? Don't let me move chat over. Can't just take my favorite animal and shove it into a game and not expect me to play it. That's not how this works. I feel like I missed a speed trouble somewhere. Probably didn't. The music is so nice. I'm gonna have to add these to my freaking playlist. My chill. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll do that actually. Like, no, I won't, because then I'll just think about the game, and then like, that'll be over. Yeah, you having fun over there?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. I'm just bored and hot, and I need to strip. I need to take off my clothes. It's way too hot.
So,
You've got so much proof.
I don't know. Yeah, the painting in their house is a reference to the other game. I think it's, I think since the other game, I think it's about Rachel, the woman speaking. Oh, okay. What did you say, Migo? Or what were you gonna say?
I said and more. You've got so much proof and more.
No. Speaking of Rachel.
You can't go to sleep.
And you have even more.
I'm sorry for everything, and I know you need space, but I'm here for you.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't need to feel so lost.
Huh?
I could give you even more.
Oh my
Joseph,
god, you calm down.
have I ever told you what my mother was like?
Hello, my name is Elise Whaley, and I was the voice actress for Rachel. I'm also David's wife.
Do you want some more?
so that was convenient for working
Can I
together.
have some more?
I was actually the voice actress for his first game, Home is Where One Starts.
Home is Where One
and
Starts. That's
I
what
guess
the
that
first
I
game
did
is.
a good enough job that David wanted me back, so I did the voice acting for this one as well. David definitely coached me through it because I'm pretty inexperienced when it comes to that. Home is Where One Starts was my first time ever doing voice acting of any kind. And we watched a lot of trailers of movies we liked to get the voice right of female leads who were talking in the trailer and try to mimic that and bring that into the game so that had the right kind of feel and the right kind of atmosphere for the voice. My character actually is the same character from Home is Where One Starts. If you've played that game, you probably connected that together. And this is her probably about 15 years later, maybe 20 years later in this game. I was happy to revisit the character of Rachel. We kind of leave her in an ambiguous spot in Home is Where One Starts. It definitely ends on a hopeful note, but there's not a lot of details. And in this game, you see that she's able to move on through a lot of her issues that she had from her abusive home and be able to start her own family and start a new cycle without that abuse, which I think is really inspiring.
You know what it's like not to have a mom at home. And you know how hard that made my childhood. What helped me was watching the birds in the morning before the school bus came. I thought that my mother was one of those birds. And it made me want to be free like her.
Nothing.
My mom taught me how to fold origami
Sure.
creams while she was in the hospital.
I'm just
So I told myself
bored.
I would fold one every
Me
day
crying wasn't enough to
until I could
entertain
find
you?
myself.
So it's always interesting working with your spouse,
What did they
because
give you, a
especially on a
hug?
creative project,
Oh.
because they want your feedback, but it's something that's also dear to their heart.
I could tell
And they're dear to
that
your
there was
heart,
sorrow
and you
in
definitely
your
don't want to hurt their
words.
feelings. So
It,
I was a little
Listen.
nervous when David asked
I'll
me.
explain
He
more
finally
once the
finished
dialogue's
writing the
done.
script, and he asked me to go over it and see what I thought. And I had minored in English. I majored in art, but I minored in English, so I felt like I had a little bit of experience. But I was definitely like a little scared because you don't want to be too harsh, but you also want to be honest. And it was the biggest relief when I read the script, and I was like, oh, good. My husband's a good writer. I don't have to change that much about this, just a few like grammatical things. And that was just like the biggest relief for me, because it can be a tricky balance working with your spouse and making sure that that honesty is there, but also that love and the support is there as well.
of course. I believe the game just gave up, so I'm just gonna go to the next thing.
Oh.
So we're talking about Home is Where One Starts a lot, so if you haven't played that game, maybe this doesn't make as much sense, or maybe this is a little plug that you should go play it. But in that game, it actually features one of my artworks. I work as an artist and paper cutting, actually, and David used one of my artworks as a graffitied stencil in Home is Where One Starts that's against the wall of this shack. And it actually shows up again in the first tree, just a fragment of it. The first tree, the title actually comes from one of my artworks that I made back in 2015, I want to say. And I made this artwork while I was pregnant with our first child. And it had a lot of meaning for me, and David actually helped me come up with the title. And he asked, because I was really struggling, I was like, I have no idea what to call this, and I always go to David for title ideas and to bounce ideas off of him, and that's like the only way I can ever come up with a title is by talking with him. So we were talking back and forth and looking at this artwork, and he said, well, what kind of like movies or shows were you watching while you were making the artwork? Because my work's pretty tedious, so sometimes I'll watch a show or do some Netflix binging while I'm creating it. And I was like, oh, I actually watched Tree of Life a ton. And then we're like, Tree of Life, and we started thinking more about that, and then arrived at the first tree. So it started off as one of my artworks and then became a part of David's art, which I think is really cool that we were able to share that title.
You have strength, Joseph, and you're not as alone as you think.
It's all just so pointless. just waiting for life to happen. It's like having the
Where's the
home I
painting?
always wanted is cursed
What
out
is he,
of
the
my
painting?
reach. The thought of being a parent myself. How could I do that when I couldn't even be a good son? I'm sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't know how things will work out. These quiet hours will turn into years. We'll wonder which roads passed us by.
Then we'll forge a new road together.
Oh, the wrong way.
Besides, I discovered for myself that one fateful morning.
I was looking towards the
any
shore, like
hopeful
the
road leads
little
to-
pond, lake thingy
There
over
may
here.
be thorns and mist, but it always leads to the same thing.
And what's that?
Family.
Family.
Oh.
I'm so glad that you're part of my family, Rachel.
And I'm glad you're part of mine.
Part almost had me too.
A question I get a lot is why a fox? And
Because
it
they're
ties
cute.
into
Because they're amazing
just
animals.
how
Because they're the best
important
animal.
family is for me. And Fox is actually a family
To
name
the left.
from my wife's side, from Elise. And she always heard about the legacy of the Fox family. And because of that, growing up, it was her favorite animal. She even made these 2 wooden foxes for our wedding cake toppers. So I thought it would be
Hitting
cool
on
to
both
have
the left
that
and right
animal
sides of the
in
shore
game
against the cave.
while these 2 people are having this conversation in the middle of the night.
Cave? What damn cave? You gotta work with me. Because I'm oblivious. Hill. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, huh? Okay. Where? Where?
Somewhere.
That's the right. This is the left. Okay.
Oh
I'm
boy.
sorry. Oh, whoa, what is this? That's... Wait. That wasn't it, right? Might be to the right. That has it. Oh. But there's a thingy over here. What's over here? Not sure. Okay. Fine. We will figure this out. We got plenty of time. The game is already done, so... There's an American flag over here. Yeah, it's probably off to the other side. What is this? Okay. China cabinet. Yeah, it's off to the right. It's off to the right side. The whole front shore is a lot of stuff to find. I see that. There's a lot. A bunch of random stuff. Well, not random. Things that actually correlate with the story, but there's a lot of stuff. Stuff that means things to Joseph. And the creator. Try to get higher view so I can see what there is. Oh, it's a shiny. Give me shiny. 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 Oh, high the fox can jump. Double jump fox. Double jump fox. To the right. We're finding paintings in a cave. Okay, looking out for a cave. Assumption's gonna be... What is that? More furniture? Or is that something else? Is that a coaster? Okay. There's a gap in the hill. I see this gap in the hill. Aha! The fox painting. And the bunny. That's cool. The deer. Another fox. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh. I love those so much. Oh. So pretty. Perfect. Move. Move, I say. Move. The deer is so cool. I thought the baby deer were like other foxes or something like that. I thought it was gonna come over the hill and just see a bunch of foxes. Nope. It was a family herd of deer. My favorite level is the one after this. I love everything about this game. I love everything about it. Up the hill, up the hill. Andale, andale. Oh. Fell all the way back down. Damn, it still holds strong. My favorite game since the story hits me more than any other game. God. Yes. It's such a... It's... I can't even put it into words. It's so nice. It's just so nice.
The fox knew her last cub would be waiting for her at the first tree. She was almost there. The rain cascaded onto the Jade Valley where the entrance to the tree was.
I feel like there was something up there,
Life
wasn't there?
was protected there, because that's where life
Oh
began.
boy.
It was
What?
now only a mother and a daughter left.
Nothing.
Items from my life
Again,
out
just
of the
were
ground
out of my
as she moved
mind.
closer to her destination
Sure.
and destiny.
I don't know what I mean by that, but no.
You're fine.
Just messing with you.
Yeah.
Usually what catches people's attention of the first tree is the visuals, of course. And I was inspired by a lot of people making these levels. The second level is inspired by just these beautiful autumn photos of a real forest. And this level, the Jade Valley, is inspired by the artwork of Heather Penn, who did the Overland games. I just love those greens with a lot of gray in it. I love the strong vignettes in the corners of the frame. And of course, this environment pack was made by the very talented Swedish designer Mikael Gustafsson. And of course, his initial designs inspired me, and I was able to build off of that. And I'm really
Thanks,
grateful
dude.
that he
Stop showing
allowed
grief.
his environment pack to be made
Yep.
publicly available.
That's... Couldn't have been put in any other way. Any better way. Oh.
By now you've probably caught on to some of the themes I love to explore in these stories. And the big one is of this tree, the first tree on Earth. And a lot of people have asked me, what does that mean? Why a tree? And basically it boils down to this delicate balance between nature and its relationship with life and death. And I love these stories where they put like these microscopic relationships, like something of like a father and a son, and juxtapose it next to this epic story of like the creation of the universe and the first tree on Earth, and how they can be equally as important, because in my mind, like, my family is as important as like the creation of the Earth. And it reminds me of like some of the stories I love, like The Road by Cormac McCarthy, or The Tree of Life by Terrence Malick. Basically, I wanted to make sure the player felt that there was a higher power than themselves, and that there was something watching over them as they went through this story.
The dialogue just completely shut. When I first played this game, I felt nostalgic playing it, even though I never played it before, since it makes you think about your own past. What are you talking about? No, it doesn't. That's not why I was crying. Oh god, here we go. There's the final cub. At the head bow.
In the distance, the first tree illuminated the wasteland. She couldn't go home anymore. She did the only thing she was capable of. Moving forward. My dad died alone in the middle of the wilderness. I should have been talking to him more. I should have done a lot of things differently.
If the first tree on Earth brought life with it, if it taught the birds to sing and fly and showed saplings how to grow,
Yeah,
what could it do for us?
that's what got me. Other than, like, you know.
Obviously, there's a really emotional part, but I'm going to talk through it anyway. A lot of people correctly identify that Journey was like a huge inspiration for the first tree. And this part, it is like a callback to that part where you're climbing up the mountain with your friend you don't know, and it just gets snowier and snowier, and you just keep going, and then eventually you collapse. And that part, that made a huge impact on me. And I don't even own a PlayStation 3 or 4. I rented a PlayStation from like a rent-a-center right after completing Home is Where One Starts, just because I'd heard so much about it. And everyone was right, it was a very impactful game, and it definitely inspired the first tree. There was a letter I received yesterday from a name I didn't recognize, with a quote I can't stop thinking about. Death is not the opposite of life, but a part of it. More and more, I'm realizing one important truth. Each of us have our own journey to the first tree. But sometimes I'm not sure I'm ready to take that first step.
You already have my love.
What's the worst restaurant?
Huh?
Yeah,
What's the worst restaurant?
the worst
McDonald's.
restaurant. Oh,
What'd you say?
McDonald's. I already
What
typed
about you, Mingo?
okay.
What about you, Mingo? Doesn't respond.
Sorry, I didn't hear it. I had your stream up, so I
The journey was
heard a bunch of
over,
voices. I didn't catch that.
but I have no idea. It was only a dream, a distraction from tomorrow.
Let's
I don't
see.
think dreams normally bring back to memory so many important feelings. Maybe it was
Honestly, I don't
just a
know.
dream, but it was also a gift.
Yeah, I suppose.
I've said
Time
that all
began to
the
play
restaurants
into
and
the
stuff
last
are like
place on
good over
Earth
here.
I want to be. The
Yeah.
only person that would have made the trip worth it is gone.
So it's hard to say which one
You're
I
going to
like
see
the
him
least.
and
I
be
would
with
say
him next
maybe
time you
KFC in the
visit.
States
I
because
have
I got a
one last
stomach
quote for
ache
you by Emerson.
uh,
Sealed in an
when I
immortal
ate their
paper
food.
for
So
Didn't like drinking the toxic
that's
sludge?
It is the secret of the world that all
oh
things
boy, it was
exist,
so delicious. Oh my god.
but only retire a little from sight and afterward return again. Go to sleep, my love.
The only
You have
decent
a
thing
big
I
day
drank over
tomorrow,
there was
but I'll be here
Baja
with you
Blast
every
or
step
something.
of the way.
And at the same
Thank
time,
you.
it wasn't even the best thing I
Thanks for
tasted. It
listening.
was alright.
Good night, Rachel.
Good night, Joseph.
So hard. Holy fuck. I know how it ends. I know how it ends. Stop. Stop. Ah. Wah. 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 Wah.
Okay, so unless you have a good reason for the opinion that you have, Mine's Arts, you are not allowed to have it. Just so you know.
I'm not allowed to not like McDonald's.
Yeah.
Let them know.
What's your reason? Why don't you like McDonald's? Tell me.
Their fries never have enough salt. Their chicken tenders taste like.
So you like salty fries, do you?
You're probably thinking, what is
Seriously.
going on? And that was
You like
definitely
your
my
fries
intention
salty,
for
do
this
you?
epilogue
Shut
part
up.
of the first tree. This is my favorite part. This is the part I'm most proud of. And it
I could put some
definitely
salt
like
on
it's
my
supposed to
fries.
evoke
I'm not the
this,
only
like,
one
what
that
is
doesn't
going
like it.
on? Where am I? I was not expecting this. When I was marketing and blogging about making the game, I never showed anyone this part. I never
You want me to
told
put some salt
anyone.
on
I
my
never showed
fries so then you
screenshots.
can take a
I
bite?
wanted it to be a complete surprise. And I also wanted it to feel
There
a
you go.
little creepy because it's totally inspired
Fish.
by
Yeah.
those nights where you wake up in the middle of the night and you can just hear the sounds of the wind outside the house and you can't sleep. So you walk around in this like twilight stupor. And I would say the whole first part of this game where you play as the fox, its whole purpose is to set up for this conclusion. So yeah, I would encourage you to look around and see how many things you recognize from the earlier part of the game. I tried hard to foreshadow this epilogue just because I wanted it to be a surprise, but I didn't want it to feel too out of place that it would be humorous. And so Joseph, earlier in the game, he would say things like, I felt like I was right behind the fox the whole time. In my mind, the camera perspective acts as a metaphor for who the player is, what they're seeing. If the camera represents Joseph, or just like that video game trope of having the camera follow you. I guess the big question I wanted the player to ask themselves, is this a dream as well? And if so, does that even matter?
I have to go. More duty calls.
Okay, it's almost 11, but okay.
Yeah, and I'm so out here freaking doing more stuff. Oh my god, it's gonna be like 18 hours and I'm still gonna be over here grilling.
You never go back after basically getting hollow nuggets, which almost no chicken. Ew. Yeah, ew. Come here, fox. Come here.
I purposefully fade out the crosshair in the middle of the screen because I wanted it to be a direct callback to the camera following the fox in the first 5 levels of the
That's
first
so
tree.
clever.
I wanted to go for that gut reaction that this was very familiar yet totally in a different world.
And the breakfasts are meh. Oh, that's so clever though. I didn't think about that way. I mean, it did, because, like, the camera could zoom out far, but... Oh. Back. Stop running away. I run alongside the fox now. It does, yeah. It really does. I'm not gonna cry again, you are. You are, not me. Me? No, I don't do that. Ugh.
What is this? Thank you for making it to the end of my game, and I hope you enjoy the personalized message that is featured on the trunk of this tree. It's a message submitted by another player that's retrieved from a database, and it's retrieved at random. And I did this because I wanted people, even if they feel alone through trials of death, that there is a community, an invisible community supporting each other. So thanks for playing.
Oh. There she goes with her babies. Oh. That's what it's called? Okay. That's nice. Oh. I gotta have like look at this. I cannot be the only one that cries to this. God, I love this game so much. Oh. I have to play the other game too. I had to hop down the last time I played because I love it so much. Yeah, do a speed run. Actually, no, if you do a speed run, it just ruins the game. You gotta play it through. Well, that was to the first tree. That was message to Joseph. Pretty emotional music. I meant, I read what you said earlier, but I still said deers anyway. Yeah. I saw, so when I first opened the game, I didn't see the cubs because I was focused on, oh my god, there's a fox right there. And then I took a screenshot for the thumbnail. And then I'm like, oh, they're right there. The cubs are right there. Why are there cubs? And then it was over. Type super fast. Yeah, no, I do the same thing. Oh god. Alright, I think that'll be enough for stream for tonight. That was oh I gotta have other people play this game. I really gotta have other people play this game. Oh god. That boop. Jesus. Oh, don't yell at me. Alright, I gotta figure out somebody to raid. Who am I raiding? Who do I raid? Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Thank you for raiding, by the way. Thank you for taking the time to appear and listen to enjoy the story with me, even if you've just enjoyed it before, enjoying it again. Wow. Insane. Need a raid. Yeah, give me a raid suggestion. I'll raid anybody. Go right ahead. Okie dokie. Take your time. Okie dokie. That can be done. Artisan gamer. Okay, cool. Perfect person to raid. Alright. Yeah, thank you. Alright, have a good night. Bye.